Well, just a quick update on where I am. Excuse me, I had a little bit of a summer cold and got a new puppy dog, which has been taking some time, and just all the overbooking that can happen, during summer, and everybody wants to do stuff. But the GPD WinMax 2 still have it, though it did develop the sound system. The sound is dead. Drivers look fine. I'm using two different OSs, Zorin and Windows 11, bad on both systems. Did all the kind of driver checking to make sure that that's all good. So, sorry if that's a little hot. Had to track down some bad cables today, so things are just going that way. Anyway, the GPD WinMax 2, the sound system seems down. I did Bluetooth sound is working. Can't get the onboard sound to work, and it doesn't look to be a software issue. So I think they're gonna replace it. It sounds like it's still, I've only had the thing, gosh, I think 5 months, 6 months maybe. So I'm a little underimpressed with the overall durability. As a reminder, I am not a gamer. I was looking for just kind of a light productivity. I was hoping to make it kind of my little go box, where it's a little more of those old netbooks. That size, they could be put into a backpack easily, or, you can use it on a tray table more easily. I just found that form factor was really neat, a little smaller than your traditional PC. I was hoping to even, maybe put it in a game pocket. When I say game pocket, like a pheasant pocket on a vest or that kind of thing, be able to carry it on my person, maybe in whatever kind of bag, without it being quite the size of tablets. This is a Toughbook. Speaking of tablets, this is a Toughbook 31. 33. I've had both the 31 and the 33, a couple iterations of the 31, or excuse me, the 33. Excellent machines, but they're they're a different size, and they're kind of rugged, which is maybe what I need. I'm just not happy with the durability of the GPD product. I did have one of the Gen 1 kind of 8-inch formats, and that also failed. But I had the Assurian on that. So given traveling, I just don't mess around and get the. Usually I don't get extended warranties on this stuff, but on that case I did. But I might have to go back to a Toughbook. This is the tablet version of the Toughbook. So it does come out of the docking station. Which is kind of nice, in case this gets, you've got some separation between your keyboard and your main system if you're in, say, a marine environment and whatnot, which I am often. My 33 had a fully rubberized keyboard. I'm hoping that these will get even a little more watertight. Maybe I should look at the business rugged things, but they're just excellent machines. I was just hoping to get rid of the form factor. They've got port covers, they've got hop swappable batteries. The 31 even has the hard drive bay has a heater on it, so in case you're using a mechanical hard drive or whatnot, or any hard drive that isn't spec to work at lower temperatures, it'll heat up the drive bay, so it'll remain functional. Really wonderful pieces of equipment. The thing is, they spend so much time engineering the chassis, that the chassis tends to be a little bit behind in terms of form factor. The 33, excuse me, I keep doing that. The 31 that I had wasn't a 16:9 aspect ratio. I don't think it was quite a 4:3. 6:9, is that? I'm not sure what the next one is, but so it didn't have quite the format. So there's pieces of software that that did not do well with the older aspect ratios. Hopefully programmers still pay attention to that, but sometimes they don't and just hard code for what they expect. Still an ongoing problem, but it was an excellent machine, excellent machine. It just started showing its age after a while. Very repairable machines. This one is kind of nice with the tablet type effect, but I would still like to look for, if they made something like the WinMax 2, but isn't maybe for gamers and is for travelers and, was not so delicate. I still don't quite get it even for gamers, because if you're a gamer, I assume most of the time, if you're at home, you're probably going to be playing on your desktop rig, or one of those desktop replacements, the big gaming PCs with the big old honking brick of a power supply. So I would assume that the WinMax 2 is still for on the go. I mean, they have the buttons built right in for handheld, but it's just too delicate. And I really don't understand that machine. It's unfortunate because, I expect some design compromises, but it was closer, does it take the wind out of my sails? Hopefully it won't. As this year's been going on, I've just been replacing things like, as you guys know, it started with the watch. I just debated for a long time, and I'm like, I'm just going to go for it. And it's been a wonderful purchase. It's the Phoenix 8. They've really updated it, and it lives on my wrist, and so it's kind of just part of my whole ecosystem, and it's really, really come in handy. I'm very impressed with it, and so I hope to use that. So I am a Garmin guy when it comes to that. I'm not necessarily a brand loyalist, but they seem to make a solid product. I used to use the Phoenix 3. I still have it. It's still functional. It doesn't have all the features and touchscreen and that kind of thing. But this has been on, oh gosh, all kinds of adventures for over a decade, I think, at this point. It's got to be a decade at this point. Battery's still reasonable, but just a really good system. But the Phoenix 8 is an evolution, and I was hoping to evolve the rest of my electronics ecosystem and kind of my everyday type thing. So it is an ongoing thing. I am going to let you go because I am rambling now. But yeah, GPD WinMax 2 having some problems. Not sure it's going to be a permanent part of the stable. Excuse me. Not sure where to go. If anybody has any suggestions, something, with maybe hopefully a smaller form factor, 10-inch or so. I still want to explore, but something with some durability. Also, one thing that I think would be really interesting, if I am going to have to go to a chunkier laptop, what might be nice is it would be really cool to find one with good keys. I do type on clicky whites is generally my preferred keys. Let me know if you guys want to hear about keyboards. I've done my search and found some things that work, some things that don't. Or just a good key depth, not the little, scissor switches, but that would be nice. I think that'd be cool. I'm realizing how much of it is actually not computational power and whatnot. I don't use that much power compared to I'm not a power user, I would say. Productivity. This is being done right on an old Sprout 2. It can't even run Windows 11. So yeah, if anybody has any suggestions on a laptop, mobile format, that would be great because the search continues. All right, hopefully I'll cover some other tools here shortly. Yeah, thank you so much.